raining today quite heavily. I did have plans to go somewhere this morning, but with that rain so heavy, it's not looking quite that appetizing to do so. Anyway, this is a reading for Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, a Sagittarius Moon, a Sagittarius Rising. Do you have significant Sagittarius energy? Maybe you have several planets in Sagittarius. Well, this reading is for you. Hello, Asha. If you appreciate my time in doing this video, do give me a thumbs up. I'm doing well. I might have an errand to go and run in about an hour or two, but oh, thank you. But it's raining outside. So I'm still wondering what I'm going to do with my day. How are you doing? Do I go out and run around, or do I take advantage of the fact I don't really have to be anywhere and skip out on the rain? Anyway, yes, this is a reading for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You know Sagittarius. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is entering Cancer, which means that it's a sign that it's exalted. Where do you want to go, Sagittarius, to build the greatest stability for how you want to be, how you want to live? Think about that within the next 12 months. I do like summer rain. I like it because if you're outside in it, it's not chilly. It's not uncomfortable. And then I walk around with muck boots, essentially, which they're waterproof. So, on one level, I don't mind it that much. But then I take the bus and things like that, so I have to wait outside for those to come, and the bus is always running late. And then the cars, they like to drive really fast, and some people like to go and create big waves with the gutter puddles. So for those couple of reasons, I'm not a big fan of running around in the rain. Yeah, rain is really nice. I don't like, as I said, it's not as bad. I'm in a new area, so it's not as bad as the area I lived in last year, which was a tourist area. The tourists love driving in the gutters really fast and spraying everybody with water on the sidewalks. That was really sick. But I like the way the sky is gray in the rain, and everything shines so brightly. It's like the color is concentrated without being distracted by the sun. I know, it's so weird that they do that. So kind of now, I think probably for like the last 5 years, I've noticed that. Now, if it's raining, if I can help it, I don't go out to like cities or towns or anything that I try not to go and have things where I'm running around by sidewalks and traffic. Anyway, let's go and get started with the reading for Sagittarius. Yeah. Really? I've never watched a Twilight movie. I've just seen the little memes and seen little internet clips. I haven't read the Twilight books. I haven't watched the Twilight movie, but something I was reading, I saw just a header and they were saying something about how the guy who was in Twilight, he ended up with someone who was initially supposed to play his counterpart. There's some sort of folklore there, fandom folklore that came true, and everybody's all excited about it. I guess his wife or something. Anyway, let's go and check out a reading for a Sagittarius. Especially as we are in this auspicious time. Of course, every time it's auspicious, everything is heating up so much in the year of the snake, isn't it? Crazily so. Funny. I think I finally started also too, because I have cable now playing in the background. I started watching the Buffy series, and I think that's kind of interesting, just to segue a little bit more on popular movies and things like that. And I mean, I never got into the Buffy, like the only sort of reruns that I liked were things like Outer Limits and I Love Lucy and The Twilight Zone. I liked those. And every once in a while, maybe I'd go and watch The X-Files, and then I'd watch maybe some anime things. But after watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer the past month, I really do think that something disturbing about Buffy. I think Buffy normalized violence towards women. Like it was okay, and women could go and take a punch, could give out a kick. Women were tougher than they actually physically are. Well, I mean, it seems like it's definitely encapsulating, what was it, the 90s that it came out, 90s social themes, 90s fashion. But looking at it and watching it, I really am disturbed by how, and then even like now they have like, they have a continuing theme of, strong, petite women that can dole out action, dole out violence. And I do think that's dangerous. And that's one of the things that now when I'm watching, I mean, as I said, I've been watching it for the past month, and kind of just because they always have Buffy on. It's like Buffy, and over here in the US, they have Buffy in this comedy series called The Office. And I've watched both of them. Not all the way through, of course, but enough of it. And it seems several channels have both series on at the same time. Well, because this is what I can afford. My channel isn't monetized. This is all on my budget. This is what I can afford. If anybody would like to go and help me pay for more data, you can go and make a donation, as my readings are for the collective. I'm going to do a collective reading, and then I will do, well, if anybody would like to donate, I can do personal readings too. But this is going to be a collective reading. Yeah, The Office, I've seen the beginning of The Office, and I've seen the end of The Office, and there's something about the end of The Office I didn't quite get. And it's funny because at my old school, they always played The Office nonstop. Like every Friday was Office Marathon night. And I never paid attention to it, but now I see why they kept on playing it. I don't really have anything to say per se about The Office, although I am curious, and I didn't look it online, even though I could. Does Dwight own the actual building, or does he just own that farm? that's what I'm curious now about The Office. Like I know he inherited a farm, and then he ended up marrying. I hope I'm not spoiling Office things for anybody. But as I said, I've seen the beginning and I've seen the end. I haven't seen the beginning, the middle episodes. And then he married that woman who has lots of cats and is kind of like stuck up. But did I misunderstand something? Was he also owning the actual building, or at least in Scranton, New Jersey, that the building was in? I don't know. And I still, as I said, thinking about what exactly the meanings are behind The Office. But Buffy, I could just see a lot of fashion. I also wonder if the woman who plays her mother is the same woman who plays in Stargate, but I haven't checked. Yeah, I started watching it, as I said, the last month, and now I can't watch it anymore. I think I've overdosed on it. But somehow, when I'm watching some of those people there, they remind, kind of turn my stomach and what they remind me of. And like the whole reminiscing about school and I mean, they definitely have spot on. But the men reminiscing about their good old college days and that one that was in the a cappella group and singing the theme song of the school and I don't know, just certain things. And then also to the way they looked. Certain things is reminding me of other things, and to me, it's like no. But I do think it's interesting. It's interesting. Anyway, there's a third show. What was it? Kind of vampire-ish. Oh, actually, they were just movies. I also saw over the weekend they had a Blade marathon, just speaking of vampires. And I have to say, after also they've been playing all these John Wick and Matrix movies with Keanu Reeves. And one thing that always bothered me about Keanu Reeves is the way he moves. And I mean, Keanu Reeves is someone who's been, he's been trained and has been given classes for now, what is it, 20 years, 30 years, however long The Matrix has been out. And Keanu Reeves still moves so choppy. And then if you watch Blade, for instance, with Wesley Snipes really has a great way of moving, just in terms of action and vampires. And I do think Wesley Snipes should have gotten all the accolades and fandom that they gave Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves? I don't know if I ever saw Keanu Reeves as charming. I do like him in Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. He's cute there. But the movie was made to be cute. I think that there are Korean actors who do a job of being charming, though, a whole lot better than Keanu Reeves. Music from Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. Like I think Kang Dong-won, for instance. If we were talking about actors of like a similar, or that Hyun Bin, I think there are Korean actors who do a much, much better job of being charming than Keanu Reeves.
Saturday morning, coffee, croissant, the New York Times, and your favorite.
Trying to think what else. Of and then even the younger actors too that are out, or even the not so young ones. I'm trying to think of their names, but they're all escaping me. I can only think of that guy who, what is his name? Song Joong Ki. He married, I think, an Italian woman who was older than him. I don't know. I just think that there are other people who are more charming. And I think Wesley Snipes just has like more of an action feel. Although I have no idea what he looks like now or no idea what he's doing. Anyway, enough. Maybe I should go in. You know what? I'm going to go and do the Sagittarius reading one more time so no one hears. Well, I don't really care if you hear 16 minutes talking about TV series. Do you watch Korean things, Asha? I'm trying to think of which actors I really like, and right now I haven't seen anything for a couple months, so they're all out of my head. But I do like Song Joong Ki, even though I heard rumors that he's well, maybe not the nicest, but he certainly is nice to the people close to him. And there's this other guy that I like. I can't remember his name right now, but he was in this movie playing a North Korean spy in Seoul who was acting like an idiot. I don't know if it was called Secretly Greatly, but he wore a green tracksuit and he was known as an idiot, but he was actually one of the top elite North Korean spies. I really like that actor. And there are some other people who I can't recall right now. But yeah. Anyway, my little cat is saying hi. So I'm going to go and start a new live only because this is 20 minutes for Sagittarius. You can go and hop on that one.